Said's back.
What up?
How's everyone doing today?
Good.
This week?
I can't see you. Sorry. Okay. Good. We're good.
It's been a couple of weeks,
No,
and
you're
you know
fine.
what? I was remembering after the last show, we completely forgot to go over your apparent heartbreak over the Chargers not going to the Super Bowl. You know, and that you're such a big deal, football and all, and Kiki's not here, by the way, as you can tell, so we can talk football.
I mean, it was upsetting and disappointing, stuff like that, but they did so much better than they were supposed to do this year anyways.
Mm-hmm.
That kept me mad. Like, they won a playoff game. They made it that far. Like, I can't be upset. They lost. Like, people keep saying, like, oh, the Chargers choked. I'm like, they didn't choke. They lost to the best team in the league.
Yeah.
Like, you can't call that a choke. Like, if they lost to a team that was worse than them, yeah. It's like, oh, Peyton Manning, one of the best quarterbacks of all time? Yeah, he beat them. Oh, no. He beat a lot of people this year.
Yeah.
What did you saw it where here? Because you were.
No,
on
I watched
Sunday?
it at my parents' house. We had a bunch of people over for it.
Oh, okay. Were you off that day? Were you
Yeah.
off here? Okay. And where did you see it at, Courtney?
I think we were just at home. You
Were
and
you?
Gary. Yeah.
Okay. It was interesting watching Facebook feed. Everyone was commenting.
Yeah.
You were commenting, and
Yeah.
I was like, wow, everyone's having. I had to work because that's what we do on Sundays. But yeah. So what do you think of? So I'm guessing you're going for Denver now?
No,
No? Ah.
fuck the Broncos. I hate that place. No, I'm cheering for the Seahawks. I like their defense and everything like that, and I like the coach. So I'm cheering for them
Yeah.
to win.
Are you going for anyone, Courtney?
I don't really care. It's funny, the little kids at my work, because they're only like 4 and 5, they keep coming up to me going, Miss Courtney, the Chargers lost. I'm like, yeah, that was like 2 weeks ago. So they're still upset because their dads are probably still upset
Yeah.
at home, you know? It's really cute.
Well, I'm going to go for the Broncos because I like their colors. They're real pretty. It's real
There-
orangey.
I saw a bumper sticker yesterday when I was driving up to Escondido, and it said, if God's not a Broncos fan, why is the sunset orange? Or something, and I was like, really?
God was a Broncos fan until they sent his son to a different team, a.k.a. Tim Tebow.
Lorde. So, what do you think of all the acronyms or I'm sorry, not acronyms, but the names that they're giving for the game next week? Because both of the teams come from recreational marijuana states, going to the Super Bowl.
Oh, I have not seen that.
Not
Really?
they have
I've seen a
Super
little bit.
Bowl, and then they have the Super Bong, and maybe that's all.
It's a good
I thought I'd
list.
seen some more, but no.
I hadn't seen him.
No. The game starts, what time does it start on Sunday?
3?
Isn't it usually like 3?
I want to say it's 3,
feel like
but the
there's
game
like
never
4.
starts on time.
No.
It starts like 45 minutes late because of commercials and other things.
And who's the halftime performer this year?
It is Bruno Mars featuring the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
That'd be interesting.
Didn't the Red Hot Chili Peppers do it already, though?
Maybe years ago. But
I
hasn't been
don't
recently,
think so.
At least.
No, okay. For some reason I thought they had, but I guess not. Oh, I lost my microphone again. Ugh.
You can't hear Lee right now.
Oops. All right. Okay, Bruno Mars is pretty cool. I like him. He was in he performed last night at the Grammys, though, didn't he?
No,
He didn't perform, but he
he
won.
won an award.
He was super cute up there. He's so cute. I love him.
You think he's cute,
I love
really?
him.
Huh. Okay.
I like his style.
You like the pompadour?
Yeah.
He's short as hell.
I'm sure
Yeah.
he is.
Well, speaking of the Grammys, what do you think about the Grammys? How did that go?
Good. I liked it, except for the fact that I didn't see who won Album of the Year because my DVR did not record that part. Because
It was the best part. It was the best part because Taylor Swift thought it was going to be her because her album, I don't remember who actually won because I was so just laughing at her.
But it wasn't Taylor Swift?
Well, there's 2 albums that both begin with R and hers is Red, and so
Right.
when they started singing, they started going and she gets all excited, and the guy next to her gets all excited, and when and then when they say the whole name, like everybody around her just goes. It was so funny. I've seen so many
Oh, God.
Who else?
gifs online of people making fun of her.
Was
for
it
that.
Lorde? Did Lorde win with Royals?
No.
No. It was.
My favorite group, wasn't it? I thought it was Daft Punk.
Was it?
What?
Not
No,
radioactive.
Radioactive by Imagine Dragons.
Remembering something. Remember something. But there was like an R word is like the name of the album. But I don't remember who it was. We can find out on the break and look it up.
Yeah. So, okay.
Apparently, we need to find out
Taylor Swift, though. Oh.
performance. But
What was it again?
I fast forwarded through her performance.
Oh, you didn't actually watch the performance?
No.
Oh my god.
I fast forwarded through every country performance. There's so
Wait,
many.
did she
my God.
perform? Oh, yeah, she
yeah,
did.
she
She was
did.
singing at the
She
piano.
sat at the
She was
piano. I
at
was
the
like,
piano. That's
this isn't
right.
even going to be entertaining.
It
But-
was. Well, Caesars are never entertaining, but in this case,
But
it was
then,
too strange. It was a really strange performance.
But I like her. I like watching her when everyone else is performing because she's a kid. She's a fan of everyone. Like, and she just gets up and dances along with everyone's music and everything like that. Which is like, you know what? Like, it's refreshing because most of the time, like, people at the Grammys are like, until it's like their friend up there and then they
Yeah.
get up. But otherwise, like all the rappers just sit there during the rock songs for the most part. But she's someone who like actually like has a good time while she's there. I mean, it's supposed to be a party, it's a celebration,
Yeah.
and they take it so fucking seriously.
yeah, she's
Except
just,
for Pharrell wearing like a giant bucket hat,
The biggest hat you've ever seen in your
oh
life.
my god.
and like a track jacket. That was hilarious.
I thought
That
it
was cool.
looked
I
like
like
the
him,
like
though.
sorting hat from Harry Potter, but just cut off like
Yeah.
the top. It was that big.
Pharrell won like a lot of awards.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, did he?
Yeah.
That's good because I like him.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that I like him, but that sort of music doesn't really. I'm not really into it too much, but lately he's pretty mainstream for me. And
No,
I kinda
I've liked
what he's been
Pharrell
going
since he
with.
was back with NERD. Like,
Yeah,
way
yeah.
back-
What was the first song he with it? With that he came out with like his own single front
It
end?
was he did that song with Snoop Dogg.
Oh, really, Snoop Dogg? Wow.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about.
But hold on, let's go back to Taylor Swift.
But
then,
anyways,
because
no, not Taylor Swift. Let's talk about something that we like.
no, because Taylor Swift, she did something when she was at that piano. She was like headbanging, or I saw her just. She was
I fast-forwarded,
doing
I have no idea.
some strange shit. I swear, I expected her to climb on top of the piano, grab a crucifix, and stab her own crotch, yelling "fuck me" like she was an exorcism.
Oh
or
my
something.
god.
She was horrible.
I didn't
She
even
was just
listen to her. She must have
horrible.
been that horrible that I didn't pay attention because I'm not a
Wow.
fan. My brother likes her a lot, so me and him like,
Oh,
But I'm not a
sorry,
fan.
Courtney's brother.
it's fine.
I don't dislike Taylor Swift.
You just don't like her music.
She
You're not a
No.
fan of that type of music.
She has certain songs that aren't bad, but they're not country.
You like her pop.
It's like her pop stuff, like "Drop It Like It's Hot" was the
Josh, I was doing the.
Drop it like
I was
it's
doing
hot.
the. I was doing the word. I was doing that in my head. That's.
Oh man,
I used to have the biggest crush on Pharrell when he first came out.
really?
Yeah.
Back in. Do you remember him back in NERD?
Yeah.
He wore like the yellow hat
Yeah.
and everything. Like,
Yeah. I had pictures of him on my wall.
you can't be me. I'm a rock star.
Well, I was really pleased because my favorite right now this past year. Well, I've always loved Daft Punk. And Daft Punk has always been one of my favorites because I mean, when I first started coming out to the clubs back in the day in the early '90s, they even had a different name for themselves because at some point in the '90s they had a different group called Daft Punk, but they also had another group called Star something. Music sounds better with you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That's
Daft
them.
Punk.
Oh, I didn't
It's
know
just, they had a
that.
different, for some reason they put out an album with a different name, I guess, because they didn't want people to know it was them, so they did that. So I've always been enamored with Daft Punk because I just love their music. It's electronic. I
Yeah.
love the grooves of it. And I was a little surprised that Madonna didn't join them for their performance because she's collaborated with them, supposedly, it's not confirmed, but on her album Hard Candy, she has a song on there that's obviously Daft Punk in the mix that they're doing, but they were really good. But speaking of Crypt Keepers, what did you think of Madonna's performance at the Grammys?
I didn't like Madonna's part. I loved the rest of the performance, like Macklemore and Ryan Lewis, Mary Lambert, like Queen Latifah doing
I
the.
love Mary Lambert. I
Oh,
don't
me
know
too.
what
Yeah.
it is about
Love.
her. I really do.
She sings so genuinely,
Uh-huh.
like you see it in her, like how much it means to her when she's singing those. And same with Macklemore, like you see like what that song means to them when they're performing it, like, and it's. I think it got a much better response this year. He performed it at a different awards show. I think it was like maybe like the MTV awards, something like that. Like not a full year ago, but like it didn't have as good of a
Right.
Like the crowd more or less just sat there.
Yeah.
Like they didn't really do anything, but like the whole crowd was standing up and everything. And
Well, there's so many layers to the Macklemore thing. So let's kind of start touching this in pieces because there's a lot with that whole performance. you bring up a real good point, because I admit when I first heard that Same Love song, I was just like, ugh, okay, this is kind of boring. I don't see what the deal is. Until I started my job as a restaurant manager over at Dan Diego's, where some of my serving staff would come up to me and say, hey, have you heard this song? Knowing that I was gay, they thought, they wanted me to know that they liked the song. And so I was like, well, what are you talking about? I'd hear it and I'm like, oh yeah, okay. And it wasn't until a couple of weeks later when I finally saw the video and actually listened to the lyrics that I realized that they were responding to the message of a song that, quite honestly, 10 years ago would never have flown at all on live TV and all that. So
no one had the balls to record it. And no one who was like an up and coming like recording artist, like, and Macklemore was like, he recorded this song. It's not like Thrift Shop hit it big and then he recorded Same Love. Like, the album was recorded. Right. Like, and he was like, you know what? Like, I'm going, like, him and Ryan Lewis, like, we're going as us. Like, we're not like waiting on anything or anything. They just, and I've never heard a Macklemore song that I don't like.
Right. Me either.
Even if you go back to like, he has a song called The Other Side. Mm-hmm. Have you heard that one? Mm-hmm. It's about like drug abuse, and the lyrics are really powerful in all of his songs when you really listen to them. Like, I mean, obviously, like, Thrift Shop's like a joking around song and stuff like that, but like there's meaning to everything he's saying. Right. It's not just like words for words' sake.
Right. So what you heard Same Love? What did you think when it first came out?
Well, it was the same. It was like, at first, because it starts really slow, I was like, okay, I kind of got a little like bored and stuff, so I didn't like listen to the whole thing. But then more people kept telling me, right, have you heard this song? Have you heard this? I'm like, why are they telling me this? I need to. So I looked up the lyrics and I read the lyrics and I'm like, I'm gonna watch it again, and I think I watched the video, same as you. Right. And then I was like, okay,
and
now I get
touching.
it.
I'm like, wow, the video is really touching.
Yeah.
I guess part of my I don't want to say dislike, but I guess what I wasn't keen on at the very beginning. I'm totally changed now. I'm a convert to Macklemore and Ryan, but in the beginning it seemed like the song was very no homo kind of thing at the time. It was more like they were making a point in the song to tell everyone they weren't gay. So I kind of was reacting to that at first, thinking, why do you need to tell anyone
That's like
you're not gay?
The intro is like, yeah.
But then you get into the song now, and then you see the reaction. The new generation that's coming up, even younger than you guys, are really responding to that, and I dig it now. I really do. I think that's great.
I feel bad that there's people out there who are putting him down because he's white and he's straight, and like, why is he sing this song? And I don't know. Have you read any stuff like that? I have.
But I mean, that's what should come from. You know what I mean? Like, the people who are oppressed are always going to point out that they're oppressed. Mm-hmm. But it's the people who aren't are the ones who can actually make the change with it.
Yeah.
But you're talking about gay, LGBT. You're talking about race.
I'm talking about everything.
Both. It's his white, straight male privilege that a lot of, like, the blogs and stuff that I read, a lot of people don't like him because of that. What was that?
Captain? What? Captain Kirk? All right.
Weirdest text tone I've ever heard.
Yeah, I had no idea where it came from.
Why are you whistling right now?
Oh. But that threw my train of thought there. You're right about that, but those people were kind of giving the same kind of shit towards Eminem when he first came out, being a white rapper, and Eminem sings a lot about it himself, like Without Me and all that, because he kind of makes light of the fact that he is a white rapper, and that he's not necessarily that people kind of diss him because he isn't black and he's stealing black music and things like that. But no.
At this point, I feel like it's just music. Right. Music. You know what I mean?
They said the same thing about Elvis.
Yeah, everything was started differently, but music is shared. Music's a way that people communicate with each other, and it doesn't really matter who or what you are. Like, you can make music, and if it's good, it's good. Right. Doesn't matter what you look like. I mean, you can listen to songs and still not know if it's a boy, girl, black, white. Like, you can have no idea listening to certain people sing and not knowing what they look like.
Right.
That's right. There's a lot of times when I finally see a picture of somebody, I'm like, oh my gosh.
Like Tracy Chapman.
Oh yeah.
Threw me off the first time I saw her picture.
Turn right back around.
I love Tracy Chapman.
I love her too. But we're going to talk some more about the Ryan Macklemore performance at the Grammys, because there's a lot to touch on there, plus our favorite glitz glam and Anthony finally getting married. Yeah! So we'll touch on that after this break, and we'll be right back. Open your heart to leave. That's what Madonna was singing when she did
She was singing to you.
Oh, well, yeah.
Right?
Well, my mom always sings to me. She can't help it. But so what do you think of the actual marriage ceremony that was performed on live TV?
I'm sorry, I
especially
just
in the
noticed
Grammys?
your tape on your shirt.
I thought it was awesome.
Yeah, it
I
was
thought they
really
did
cool.
it really well because I was wondering, like, watching the performance, like, how they were gonna do
Yeah.
it, and like, and you hear everyone start to cheer, so
Yeah.
you're like, okay, the couples are out
Yeah,
somewhere,
yeah.
and then they open the door, and like Queen Latifah just walks out there and just does it like nice and quick, and I thought it
It
was
was really cool.
really done well.
I guess there's not much to expect from a mass wedding, so to speak. I mean, because there's the whole glamour of it part. You know, it's on national television. Everyone's watching. There's really no way they can make it longer, I guess, because we all have a show to watch. But I agree. It was touching. It made me smile. Trent was this morning when he got up. He saw it being showcased on the news, and my babe, he's always over there. I'm making his breakfast, and I'm watching him from the corner of my eye. He's smiling at the TV, and I was like, oh, it touched him. So I thought that was great. And like you
There's
said
a
before,
lot of people that teared up. Like if you, like when they show like the crowd, there's a
Yeah.
lot of people
Who? There was like a country singer. I don't remember who exactly it was. Right when and he was wiping a tear away. I don't remember who it was. Damn.
and like we said before, Glitz Glam and Anthony. I always forget Anthony's last name. What was that?
Roller.
Anthony Roller, former Mr. Leather, got married. They were one of the 33 couples that were married there, and you saw them all line up along the aisle and exchanging rings. And Madonna comes out, and I guess she was the maid of honor officially for their
For everyone?
for their ceremony.
Okay.
Man, can you imagine? Like my maid of honor was Madonna.
Yeah, and Queen Latifah officiated my wedding. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
pretty.
So, Queen Latifah. I saw some vitriol this morning, and I was a little surprised. And actually, I found myself on some on some of my friends' sides that I'm not normally with on the same issue with here. But there was some discontent about people saying that, alleging that she herself may be LGBT, and that she's up there officiating. It's weird because she didn't really officiate a gay marriage because not everyone up there was
No,
gay.
there was straight couples.
There was straight and LGBT couples up there. But it came down to an issue that, personally for me, I don't really give a shit if she's gay or not. I don't really think it's anyone's business if she's gay or not.
Does that mean she's not allowed to officiate weddings if she's gay?
Right.
What the hell does that mean?
And it comes down to a touchy issue of, is it right for people to out celebrities or people who may be in the closet? And I don't want to, let me retract that, because I'm not saying she's in the closet either. I'm just saying she's not making it anyone's business but her own, if she is or is not.
Yeah.
The only time I break that rule, or where I think that it is necessary to out someone if you have to, is if someone's a politician who's creating laws that are going to affect my life or your lives, and they live in that same kind of circumstance that I do, and that I find that hypocritical. But for someone like Dana Owens, Miss Latifah, I just found that petty. When I think producer Aaron put out something really important out there. When there's much bigger enemies out there that are really attacking us, and why are we going against an ally, a friend of the community,
That's right.
that's standing up for us? What do you think about that?
So you're saying the gay community was going against Queen Latifah?
There was some things. There was some publications that were out there saying that she had no right to be up there officiating any same-sex marriages without being out and proud herself.
What if she's not?
I'm
what if she's not
ordained,
gay?
and I hope one of my gay couple friends asked me to, and I'm not out. Why can't I do it?
Right. Well, I mean, I think what they're asserting is that,
That
she
she's
really is gay.
because she's not like being proud of herself. Why should she? I understand what you're saying. Not proud, but
Yeah.
not out.
And there was that whole controversy from 2 years ago when she was asked, or when she accepted she performed at, was it Long Beach Pride, and many people were saying that was her way of coming out. But,
It just seems like she's an ally. Like people are just grasping at straws, like to get more from her. Like, I mean, Queen Latifah is an awesome person and great singer and actress and everything
Great
like
actress,
that.
I love her.
But it's just like, it's almost like people want like a really strong like lesbian like that out there.
Right.
But maybe she's not. Maybe she's just a straight person who is just on the right side. Like, and there's no reason for anyone to get upset about that. Like, if she ends up coming out, then she comes out. If she isn't comfortable coming out and she happens to be a lesbian, then she'll come out when she feels like it. Like,
Right.
it's no one's business but her own.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Exactly.
And I was a little shocked. I like I said before, like what Aaron had put out earlier, it was just, you have people like Natalie Grant. I saw Sean Salat posted something about Natalie Grant leaving the the Grammy Awards early because of the marriages that were happening on TV and all that. And
Who?
Yeah. Right? Exactly. Yeah. Right. Sorry about it.
It's
I mean, I really don't know that. Like, that was. I have no clue who that is.
Nope.
No, I didn't know either. Sean Sala knows. Sean Sala, for everyone who doesn't know, he's an activist within our community here in San Diego, and he's also he has very deeply held spiritual beliefs as well. So he kind of tunes into that when other Christian people out there attack the LGBT community and stuff like that. But you know, someone like Natalie Grant, there was another performer too who made that. Those things. They're tweeting that they're leaving early, that there's something going wrong, it's demonic.
Oh my God! Can I have your ticket? Like, can I sit there, please, instead?
Go back to the South.
Go back to the
Bye.
South. Well, no, go somewhere else. Don't go to the South, because I'm from the South.
I mean, I'm assuming, like, I mean, I guess that's prejudice in me, but I'm assuming she's a country singer because I have no idea who she is.
Yeah, well, she is a country singer. I
See?
know that. Yeah.
God, stop, like, falling into prejudice, people.
Yeah.
Like, God, grow up.
2014, this, you know, I think we're all over it now.
Yeah.
We've all begun to move on, and I think having this on TV was really important.
It was awesome.
It was awesome.
Especially
It really
because it's not like, I mean, if you think back to, like, the MTV Movie or Music Awards, like, 10 years ago or something like that, where that band Tattoo, which is supposed to be two lesbians, that ended up being, like, straight girls, but they had, like, the whole thing was, like, they were going to kiss on stage, and everyone was worried about that, but instead of them kissing, they just had, like,
all the things you
50,
said, all the things
yeah,
you
they
said.
had, like, 50 lesbian couples all kiss each other, and they didn't kiss. You don't remember that?
No.
Oh, that was, how do you guys not remember this? This is, like,
Tattoo. At first, I thought you were talking about Fantasy Island, but okay.
no. Because it was, like, a huge thing because they were supposedly a lesbian couple, like, that were recording music and everything like that.
From Russia.
From Russia.
Mm-hmm.
But it ended up coming out that they're not a lesbian couple. They were just two straight girls, I believe, who were... They were
Experts at marketing.
Yep, it's
Yeah.
old records.
I mean, they were trying to put out, like, the message and everything like that, but not in the right way, really. But what do you guys think about the rest of the Grammys?
I like the Beatles, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, and I love that Miss Yoko Ono was out there doing her little dance.
Did you see, I think it's Julian Lennon? What's his name?
No, that was Sean.
Oh, that was Sean. Okay.
Okay. He looks so much
Julian,
like his
is
dad. It's-
Julian also a
it's
Lennon?
uncanny.
But yeah, but he's got a different mom,
Okay.
so he wouldn't be with Yoko.
He looks just like John though.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does.
I mean, it's a weird thing to hope for, but I was like hoping that he was going to go up on, because he's a musician as well.
Mm-hmm.
I was hoping he was going to go on stage and like start playing with Paul McCartney and Ringo Starr. That would have been incredible. I'm a huge, huge Beatles fan, so it's like, I mean, that was awesome to see live. Well, I guess I recorded it. I didn't watch it live, but it was awesome to see happen.
Yeah.
I also really liked the Pink and Nate Roos performance.
I think I'm gonna say what you're saying.
Okay, go
I
ahead.
feel like she's done that
Thank
thing
you.
too many
Thank
times
you.
now. I'm kind of.
Thank
I was
you,
like,
thank
oh,
you,
she's
thank
doing it
you.
again.
I'm
So
like,
then
yeah.
she's not singing live, and like I've seen you do that, so I'm impressed. But you're not.
That
you're
was,
not
I
singing
mean,
live.
when
But
that
when
was
she got
happening-
with Nate, it was good.
But well, once she got off of that and she was like dancing with the guy,
Yeah.
that was really impressive
yeah.
as well. But like, I mean, obviously, like the aerial stuff she has done, I think like at least once before, if not twice.
Right.
Yeah, I know. And maybe it's just because I've watched stuff from her concerts
Right.
and stuff.
Well,
when
no,
she does it
but
there,
it's
too.
award shows. I think
Yeah.
she did for MTV a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
That she did the same. It looked like the same routine. And I have to admit, one of the servers when we were watching it last night at the restaurant, he was like really dogging her for lip singing. And I'm like, bitch, please.
You can't sing
trying
while
to
you're flipping like that.
You're trying to fucking flip around and do this back.
I mean, that's not
titties
like-
falling out here. And then there's one part where she just like, boom.
Yeah.
Lee will demonstrate
You
now.
hold a note. You hold a note.
Yeah, no.
I dare you. No. But you know what I did miss was I saw there was a lot of wet dog references to Beyonce, and I don't get it. What was?
Oh, because her hair was down and it looked like it
performance
looked
is
dirt.
fucking
Her hair
weird.
looked wet and like messy. It was. I was bored.
I did not like their performance.
I was bored, and
how
I
did-
love
and that's how it
Beyonce, but I was
started
bored.
too. I was like, really, Grammys? Like, it was a bad start.
Yeah.
How did Wednesday Addams win an award?
And then Lorde
Oh,
was
there we
like,
go.
Lorde was
I
she performed like second, and her performance wasn't good either.
No, it was a slow
Like,
start.
it
It was
was-
a slow start.
And yeah, she was like, Lorde's really weird. Lorde's actually like a really weird girl, and she's like 19.
No, she's
but-
not. She's 17.
Or she's 17. She looked like she was fucking 40. Like her makeup
Her
was
dark
not
makeup was,
done.
and her outfit was not young. She just
And her
did look
hair
very
and everything,
old,
like it was
yeah.
very strange because I like she's very young, but like was not put together. I don't want to like try to like trash on someone or anything like that, but it was she looked really old.
She's from New Zealand though. Maybe over there that's how they do.
But like if you look at like her music video or like
I didn't
performance of
watch
that,
the
she
music
looks
video.
her
She's from New
age.
Zealand, so you're saying she's from Middle Earth. She's like.
I don't know. I mean, maybe I
like
don't
a
know.
chicken
I don't know how
she's
you know.
like, I was
it is
missing
over there.
Pugsley because I was like, that is Wednesday Addams up there. She's up there.
very
See
goth,
what she wants
very
to do.
goth.
Say what she wants to say. The Addams family.
It was funny like when she won her award because she didn't even like her first award.
It was,
It
both
didn't-
both of her speeches were very awkward.
Yeah.
But I gotta say, Lorde, she's got a really great backstory, though. She
No, I don't.
she competed on New Zealand Idol.
Oh,
She
okay.
was kicked off like almost immediately, and she was like, "Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you." Well, in her accent, "Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you." And she goes and does her own YouTube thing, and she's fucking rocking the world now. I mean, she's out there. She did it on her own, and so you can look trashy all you want.
I mean,
but-
it's not the first time somebody's looked like that or danced weird like that. It's not going to be the last. So
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
I don't know. She like I do like her song's good, you know what I mean, but she's just weird. But it's nothing against her. She's weird.
And I mean, what would you say about Lady Gaga?
I'd love Lady Gaga.
But isn't she weird?
Lady Gaga's a genius.
But
is what
she's
she
also
is.
a little weird.
I don't think she's really that weird. She just like puts on a show. I
She
think
puts
Lorde
on a
is actually
show.
just that weird.
She may be a little bit weird.
Gaga?
No. I don't. I think Gaga is. She knows what the fuck she's doing.
Oh no, I love her too.
She
But I mean, she
manipulated
doesn't
me.
like follow what everybody else is doing.
No, everyone else just like follows her.
Right. Right.
Literally, everyone started doing like weird stuff as soon as Lady Gaga did, and people were like, "Lady Gaga's so out there." It's like, really? Like Katy Perry did the same exact shit. Like, she's shooting like whipped cream out of her boobs in a music video.
Oh God, I want ice cream now. I'm gonna go get some. We'll
Hey,
be
let's-
back. We're gonna take a break and we'll see what else is coming up. Once again, I just gotta say, I'm so happy for Big Slam and Anthony for getting married. That's just, I'm so happy for them.
Yeah,
So
congrats.
Congratulations, guys. I hope we didn't move on too fast from that. I think they may have been the only San Diego couple that was in that live performance, and I'm
know.
just.
It's the only one I've seen, like, because I saw someone else posted that a San Diego couple was being married, and
Yeah. It just, now it's funny because now when I see people getting married, before I got married, when the whole gay marriage thing even began to come up, some people don't realize this, and a lot of my conservative friends who always accuse me of being one issue and all that, don't realize that not even 6 years ago, I was against marriage, period. And so I wasn't on board with the whole marriage equality movement. I was not on board with the whole push for that, and took a couple of people from the community that come up to me and actually take me out on dinners and stuff, not like dates, but to talk to me and ask me what my problem was.
What was
at
it?
that time. I think I was more just, to me, in my head, I saw it as a religious thing.
Okay.
Marriage seemed to come out of religion, and in case a lot of people don't realize is I'm really anti-religion. You can be religious if you want. I just don't follow very often on those things, and to me it seemed very archaic, the whole notion, and I always had that sense that people looked at marriage as you become one, and that always kind of rubbed against me with the whole independent thing that I feel for myself. But now, I obviously I've changed, or I wouldn't have gotten married. And so every time I see a couple like Anthony and Glitz, because they've been together for a long while, and I see a lot of other couples that are out there now, I do sort of feel a bond with other married couples. Even when I talk to you, I often think about your husband, just because it's just I have been reformed in a way in my own thinking and things like that.
I mean, I really like that, like, the couples are still getting married, you know what I mean? Because when it first happened, so many people went and got married right away, you know, and it was almost just like, I get it, it was because you weren't able to. It was because you can, like, so many people went and did it, but I do like the people who also decided to wait.
Right.
Like, I mean, like you said, they've been together for a really long time, and they decided to wait, and now I like that it's still going to keep happening, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, it is just going to be common practice that there's just going to be weddings. It's not like it was legal for 6 months and it's going to be gone. Like, this is how it is now. Like, it's just weddings.
But you brought up a good point. You said because it was happening that everyone seemed to be getting married all at once.
Yeah, I mean, I know people who had only been together for a couple months, but because gay marriage was legal, they're married.
Right.
And I mean, they're still together now, but it was like,
You thought it was too fast?
oh yeah.
So what do you think?
I mean, I think straight people get married.
What do you think constitutes like the trend for or rules for getting married?
For getting married, I mean, it's not like for straight marriage or gay marriage.
you
It's
met
like getting
someone
married.
On the day you
Yeah,
met
what's
them
your-
and
what's
had
your
sex
rule?
with them on the
I would-
same day, would you marry them?
I would need to date someone personally for 2 years before I would propose to someone.
Really?
Yes, because I have not had a relationship last longer than 2 years, and I would need to know that my relationship was something that was. I mean, granted, it could be different in that state where I am so head over heels about someone that maybe it doesn't take that long,
Right.
but I still feel like it would at least have to be
That's
a year.
like, getting to know somebody for like a year at least.
Yeah,
I feel like,
you
and
find out
then
new things about
okay,
people all the
now am I?
Yeah.
Me and Gary knew each other a year before we started dating, and then he didn't propose to me
A
until
year before you started dating?
yeah, we knew
Oh,
each other
wow.
a year,
Okay.
and then 4 years after that he proposed when we'd been dating for 4 years.
Right.
Yeah,
Wow.
so
That's a long time.
I mean, mind you, we started dating when I was 17. You're not gonna,
So you don't think that people that like, this is interesting because I overheard you talking earlier about like, so if you were just randomly hooked up with some female that you just met and
I was hoping you were going to say floozy.
and I mean, is that what you think of them because they would sleep with you immediately?
It would depend on the
6.
situation.
6 years. It was 6 years when he proposed to me after 6
You were dating for 6 years?
Wait, I don't know. Okay, we've been together for 12 years in May, and we've been married for 5. We've been married for 5 years. So that's 7 minus the half. It's like 6 years. But
Math.
but that was
At this
proposal.
hour.
But we had like an engagement for like no, it was 4. It was 4 years. I'm sorry, I was doing the math and I'm confused. 4 years, and then yeah. And then by the time we got married, we had been together for 6. See, I'm so
Sure.
vanilla over here. You guys need some sparkle.
Well,
Some
I mean, me and
sprinkles.
Trent, we got off.
Yeah, tell us about it.
Literally.
We literally from day one were like a lesbian couple. I mean, it was just we hooked up the day we met, and it's been roses ever since. No, but we dated for a good. I would say we were together for 5 years before we actually got married. But being in the military and all, we couldn't get married. Period. When the first window opened for us to get married, and Prop 8 was instituted, and so we had to wait. But it brought up a good conversation with you earlier was the fact that you said that if you met someone and they went too fast for you, you wouldn't be able to have a relationship with them because you would think they were. I don't know, what would you think they were?
Sloot. It's true. Like, I mean, I wouldn't say it's like too fast for me because it depends on what I'm looking for in the situation. I'm not always meeting a girl and expecting them to be my wife or anything like that. I just know that, I mean, because of how I am, like if I met a girl and that same night I met her, I ended up hooking up with her, I most likely would not get into a relationship with her.
You just don't see that happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, just because the type of person who I want to have a serious relationship wouldn't be that type of person.
So Courtney, since you have a lot of gay friends and you watch, I know you see a lot of their activities and stuff. Do you think that guys are gay coupled guys, and heterosexual couples? Do you think that guys, just because of how they're wired, are probably more likely to succeed if they do hook up immediately and continue on a long-term relationship than
Probably.
heterosexual?
I would say that. I feel like there's different views towards females, towards girls. Like, you know, even though everybody's, I mean, a lot of people are all, oh, sex is okay, and we're not going to call people sluts and stuff for sleeping around and stuff, but I feel like
I call guys sluts too.
it's viewed differently if like a guy is, you know, if guys are going to sleep like on the first date rather than like a girl.
Right.
And I hate that, but it's true.
I mean, I can just say for me personally, because of the fact that I don't overly pursue it, I wouldn't overly pursue it on the first date. Like, unless I just wanted it to be a hookup. So if a girl was overly pursuing, then that's making the statement like, okay, like she is that way, because I'm not going to right away. If it's something like, I usually will wait to second or third date, because I mean, I like the chase. I do. The whole.
The chase is 2 dates long?
No.
That's not a chase.
I said before I will try to do anything other than kissing.
Oh, okay.
Before I will, like, it's.
Really? Wow. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I like taking girls out on dates. I do. I'm good at it.
Well, you can do that still.
That was really cute.
I am.
Romantic is expensive.
It is.
Say, so any girls out there that want
Here's
to
his phone
have a
number.
romantic date with Dustin, just come to the Brass Rail.
I'll hold up a sign.
He's here waiting for you.
Yeah, you know where to find him.
Just don't walk up to me and like grab me, because I'll have no clue who you are and I'll think you're weird and I won't talk to you.
I think a lot of us have different views on that, and I think, like I said, I think you bring up really good points, because we're all built differently, and I think gay guys together and lesbian couples together and all that, there's certain things that are going to happen at different rates, because that's just chemicals. Like, I don't know if that's the right way to put it, but guys are horny. I'm sorry, they tend to overlook the judgmental parts of that, and
But I know girls who are like really horny too. You know what I mean? It's all depending on the person,
Right.
and it also depends on the person you're with. You know what I mean? Like I said, the way it would be if I hooked up someone right away, like you and Trent hooked up first night. You guys are crazy in love, like because you two fit together. That's all that matters. You know, it's
right.
And everything's gonna be different. I'm not like, I wouldn't judge you guys on the fact that you hooked up first night, because you guys did it, then it doesn't really matter. Like, but it's just how it works with me.
Maybe the
personally.
conversation after sex when you guys are laying together, maybe it's really good, and then you're like, hey, maybe this can.
Yeah, if I can have a conversation after sex and I like don't want you to leave, then we know we're on to
Yeah,
something.
that's good.
I'm not really gonna have a conversation at 3 o'clock in the morning though, so no.
I'm up for another
Yeah,
2 hours
that
at
means
that
it.
point.
If you're still there when I wake up, well then, which by the way Trent wasn't. But
Oh my.
I did get up, I had to use the restroom, and there was a nice little lovely note.
Oh, well, at least it was a no. At least it
There was a note saying, "Hey, sorry, I'm generally very hungry after I do these sort of things."
And you weren't awake to make me a sandwich.
So hope to see you soon.
Stole some of your food and then I left.
I know, but I wonder how lesbians do it when they do that. They're, you know, what happens, what they do.
Get a lesbian on the panel to come tell us.
Together. That's why U-Haul is got good business here in San Diego. Speaking of lesbians, though, what was Disney Channel? What happened with them on the Disney Channel?
Oh, so I didn't really watch it. Obviously, I mean, I don't really watch the Disney Channel. It was the Grammys were on, but I've seen news stories about. There's a show. It's called like Good Luck Charlie, and last night on the show they introduced a lesbian couple. It's probably going to be their only show because I guess it's the end of the season.
They were dropping their kid off.
Yeah, it's for a play date. And so it was actually a really cute scene where this mom and this dad, they have their own little kid, and they keep saying, they're like, oh, this little girl's gonna come play with our kid. I met her mom. Her name is blah, blah, blah. And the dad's like, no, I met her mom. Her name is blah, blah, blah. And like, they were like, no, I did. And so when the door opens, they see the two moms, and they were like, oh, she has two moms. But then that was it. And then they moved on, and the two moms came in, and it was really cute how they played it off.
And I'm surprised it took this long for Disney to actually go that route. But this was Disney Family, though, right?
It was just a Disney Channel.
Just the Disney Channel?
Yeah, it's just one of the shows, like a kids show, like that little kids watch. So, I mean, that's a big deal.
What do you think of it?
I mean, it sounds. I've actually watched the show, so like, it's a kids show. I'm like, oh, cool.
That's kid. Okay. I used to watch Sweet Life of Zach and Cody all the time.
Yeah. Well, they don't even have that really. Well, they have Modern Family. They have the gay couple there with the child, but I don't think it really still to this day. I don't really see too much of that kind of scenario out there. They had the new Modern was last year.
The new Modern, the new normal.
The new normal. Sorry, the new Modern. The new normal. That's how bad that show is, in my opinion. I tried watching it.
I'm so sad that show's up there.
I was just like, what? I could not stand the gay couple.
Really?
In that show.
I loved it.
Oh, it was horrible.
When they introduced, I mean, the show Whitney that lasted like 2 seasons, they introduced a gay couple and then just removed them from the show.
Well, that show was awful.
Which show?
Oh, it wasn't good.
Whitney. See, exactly.
I liked it because of Chris D'Elia. Chris D'Elia is hilarious.
Oh, yeah. He's
like, he was the reason
so
the show was funny, but now he's just going to have his own show.
Oh, yeah.
Everything Whitney drowns in the tub, okay? Let me just tell you that much. All right. Ooh, sorry. Too soon? Too soon? All right, 2 years ago.
Getting dark over here.
Yeah, really.
So, do we have any events coming up? Anything? I don't really have anything. I'm trying to think what.
Valentine's Day.
Yeah, Valentine's Day.
coming
Does
up.
Braswell do anything?
We're having a pre-Valentine's Day Lonely Hearts Club party just on the Monday before. And we'll be open on. Or what day is Valentine's Day? Like on a Wednesday this year or something?
No, it's a Friday.
Oh, it's a Friday. Yeah, we open that day.
It's the week
We'll have a
before my
ladies'
birthday.
night that night.
Poor Gary.
Cool. I get to work, so I don't have to worry about not doing anything.
No. Cool. Good for you. There's also the Tantrums and Tiaras on February 16th. And where's that at, Producer Aaron?
It'd be at the Birch.
The Birch North Park Theater.
Buy tickets
So
online.
You can get the tickets online, so just Google out Tantrums and Tiaras. Or
Look on-
we'll post something on the They Said Facebook feed. So if you're following us on Facebook, you'll get the information for that. It's a really good charity event that we could all participate in. Anything with P-Flag?
Well, not really P-Flag per se. We're just kind of getting started with our year. But I just started volunteering over at the Hillcrest Youth Center.
Oh.
And they are doing a clothes drive right now for taking donations because they're going to do a clothing swap in the beginning of March. And it's kind of really important because a lot of gender variant kids, transgender kids, kids like that have a really hard time going shopping, going shopping for the clothes that they want and stuff. So if anybody has clothes that they've gently worn and they want to get rid of, I mean, these kids are 14 to 18, so it'd be like adult stuff.
Adult.
Yeah. You can drop it off at the Hillcrest Youth Center.
You say hard to shop?
Yeah, it's hard to shop.
How so?
If you look like a boy and you're looking for a dress.
You're talking about just because of the feedback from people at the store when they're doing
I mean it's uncomfortable. Maybe. I mean, I've never been in that position, but I can only imagine.
Yeah.
I
guess it would be. I guess I don't bat an eye anymore.
And then how are you gonna go in there and try it on in the dressing room in front of the lady, like asking how many you have?
I've done it.
Sir, I mean, I'm sure but when you're.
I'm not allowed to.
When you were 14, would you have done it when you were 14?
Mission Valley Mall. What?
When you were 14, would you have done it? No.
That was B. Dalton bookstore, but that's a different story.
Anyways, so some of these kids, they need clothes. So
Yeah,
they're gonna
please.
do a clothing swap.
And okay, cool. That sounds like real good. The only thing I really have is if you happen to be in Palm Springs on the weekend of the 7th, 8th, and 9th, please come and woohoo for the Master Batters as we take on the tournament.
And you said April?
No, February.
I was like, April? Why did I
say
say
April?
now? I felt like you did, but maybe I was wrong. The
I don't
weekend
think
of
you
the
did.
7th? Is that what you said?
Yeah, the weekend of the 7th in Palm Springs. Master Batters are going to the Winter Classic tourney down there, and then our spring season will be starting up pretty soon. So we'll be talking softball again, hopefully. And you're going to be watching the new upcoming season of RuPaul's Drag Race?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I'll have to start watching.
I'm going to watch it. I'm going to watch it for the first time in
Getting yelled at right now.
It's about 5 years, so me and Dustin will be...
All right.
I used to go over to Moe's and watch every Monday. It was
Really?
fun.
They
Yeah, it
have
was
it
fun.
there?
Yeah, it was fun.
It's on Mondays? Like while we're here?
It comes on after we're done. I would
still have
do
to
the
work.
show, and then I'd walk over there. We'll record it. You have logo, don't you?
Actually, I have no idea.
You better have logo.
My DVR doesn't have problems. The Grammys run late because they're jerks.
It did. It ran like 20 minutes late.
20 minutes? Did I miss that much?
It was like, it was over at like, 11:20. It was really late.
So stupid. Fuck the Grammys. Not really. I love Grammys.
Dare you. Well, on that note.
Courtney hates us.
No.
My birthday's on February 7th. I'm taking gifts that have Harry Styles' face on them.
Yay.
Courtney hates us.
So, thank you guys again for joining us here on They Said. Don't forget to come to the Brass Rail and enjoy 80s Night on Mondays and
What?
the Valentine's Day event coming up. And we'll see you again next week. Good night, guys.